What's up, guys? Golly here. And yeah, I'm a little upset because I just did a 16-minute review of this game and it was on the wrong microphone. It was on my computer mic, so it sounded shitty, and I gotta redo the whole thing for y'all. Y'all lucky. I love y'all. So I'm willing to do this whole review again. And because of how I'm gonna be all over the place, by the way, but yeah, maybe this will be shorter, maybe this will be longer. We don't know because I'm just going off the top of my brain about the game. So let's begin. This is Naruto Online, the MMO. Came out a while ago. I've been playing it for a while, but I quit a little bit ago. I quit about 3 weeks ago. And to give some legitimacy to this review, I want to kind of explain to y'all who I was in the game. And basically, I understand the game, and I was good at it. So, my name's Golly. I was in server 87, and I was the leader of the biggest clan in this server. It is called Evil Empire. Let me go to the ranking to show you we is number 1, and we even won the tournament this week without me because I don't play anymore. So we're a level 7 group. The power is 789,000. Next up is 723,000. And there's more clans than that. Well, Evil Empire is actually we're much higher than that now. And I gave up the leadership 3 weeks ago because I was like, this game is too demanding, which we will get into first in a second. But yeah, I gave it up to Komori because he's on every day. He kept up with everybody. If anybody needs to do team instances, group convoys, group plunders, he was always there to help them out, even though he did all his that he could do for a day because there's a limit on everything in this game pretty much. But I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. I just don't want to play. So I'm like, Komori, I know you do a good job. You take leadership, and yeah, I quit. But at the time that I did play, I was a top 10 player. I was actually like number 7, number 8 spot. And then I quit for like 3 weeks, and as you see, I dropped to number 35. But at the time, my power was like ranking number 8. My group is number 1. Just jamming, because I know what to do in this game. So let me explain to y'all pretty much how to be a free-to-play player later and keep up with pay-to-wins and all that good stuff. So to start, let's talk about the demandingness of the game. These are some of the events you have to do every day. You have to do team instances, which give you armor and stuff like that to get your battle power up and your certain little ninjutsu, life pluses, and etc. Group combos and group plunders, which deal with doing events that deal with giving you group contributions, because group contributions are key to giving you like it's key to giving you group skills, which are key to giving you battle power, which is also deals with equipment strengthening, battle armor, all that stuff that kind of keeps you with those pay-to-win players and just keeps you at the top of the server. Next comes Sage World Battlefield, which is another event that deals with pretty much everybody's on the battlefield and everybody's fighting. You're all on 3 different teams. I think it's 3 or 4, 3 different teams, and you have to, the winning team that takes out the most ninjas gets the most points, gets seals and all that, and seals deal with getting recruits, which are can be more characters. And I'll go into key strategies when it comes to seals later. Ninetales Invasion is just a game where you fight the Ninetales to get money and stuff like that. If you can beat them, which you won't beat them until you get like 70s, and you have enough players in your server, you get, I think, some more stuff. I don't remember what you get because I haven't beat it yet, but yeah. But let me go back to that. But to show y'all on the demanding part of this, these are time events. As y'all can see, like this says, oh, you have to do it between this time and that time. That's how the same events happen pretty much every day. Some are limited, like Sage World and Ninetales. But the group convoy and team instances happen every day. And that is the key to getting your stuff up every day. And it's like, if you are a busy man, let's say you work. Some people are older, 22, 23, whatever, and they work. But they still have that anime love, and they love Naruto, so they want to play. But they can't get on for a day. If you don't get on until 12 o'clock at night, you miss these things that you can do. You miss the little things to get battle armor and stuff like that. And that's just done for the day. And the reason that's a problem and it's being too demanding is because there's a cap limit for this game. And I want to let y'all know now, because y'all gonna be like, oh, he just sounds like he's nagging. Like, I love this game, but I'm gonna tell you why I quit first. And the fact that there's a cap limit of everything. For example, you see over here? See in this area over here, where it says, oh, main plot self-cultivation reach level 66, that you have to do get to a certain level before you can continue the story. So let me tell you about day 1 servers, which will be a tip and a key strategy of only join a server if it's day 1. Let's say you see this review and you like, I want to play this game now, it looks interesting, I want to play. Basically, only join a server if it's day 1. And I'm gonna let me switch servers right now to show y'all what a day 1 server kind of is, and the cap limit, and I'll play before we get to the key strategies, because I can explain free to play versus pay to win while I play just give y'all some gameplay and show y'all what it is. Give me that. So let's continue. like the cap limit when I go to the ranking, this is a day 1 server I joined today. The cap limit is 28. Let's say you join the server tomorrow. This server tomorrow, he's gonna most likely be a 32. So when you join, the highest level you're gonna be since you started on day 2 is a 28. Therefore, you're gonna be behind forever because for a long time until you get like 60s, 70s, or you properly save your stamina potions to kind of over that gap. But if it's pay to wins in your lobby, you're not gonna be able to over that gap because trust me, they'll continue to be ahead. So the key is play every day. If you can't put every day into this game, at least a little bit of time, don't play it. That's just, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Don't play it. Because you are gonna be behind. And if you're okay with just being a casual game where you play for fun, then it's cool you miss some days. You'll be an okay player. But when I play games, I play so I can be a top player. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anything less. You know what I'm saying? My human ego strives to be a good player. That's why I kind of joined multiple servers until I got a proper clan to be in. And then I started my own clan, got people, and then I stuck with that server because, I don't know, I just wanted to be a leader of a clan that was, doing well, that was competing. I didn't want it to be some clan member who kind of just played casually. And I didn't like how people was running clans because you will see some leaders give the same Great Ninja War packs to the same goddamn players, and that was getting on my nerves. And I'm like, I'm a fair player to where I'm a leader who will basically sit out some weeks and give packs to lower players so we can all get up. And some people didn't do that. Now I'm not dealing with that. It's not going to happen. So, anyway, to continue, that is the demandingness of the game. Doing certain stuff every day, like your ninja exams, your survival trials, your events, your daily missions, and bounty missions to keep up. And if you can't do that, then like I said, don't play. If you got past this point, then, you know what I'm saying, it's like, oh, I got time for the game, I think I can do all those little things in the game, then that shows you're willing to play this game. You got what it takes to kind of basically be a great player on the server, be a top player on one of the servers you play on. And goes to the next thing, being a free-to-play player and keeping up with pay-to-wins. Like any MMO game, MMO has came to a genre where if it's a free-to-play game, you better believe it has pay-to-win in-game, like, buying options. That is how they make their money off the game. Which you gotta respect it, because, how it's like, the company's willing to give you this game for free, and they need to make their money somehow. You know what I'm saying? And they make a lot of their money from the in-game trade, the in-game sales that they do. So they have different methods in this game that give you extra XP, extra characters like a Naruto Two-Tails to start off with, which is a great booster, but he becomes so useless later on, so it doesn't matter. The thing that Naruto Online does so well is basically giving pay-to-wins a boost, but not making it to where it makes you not want to play the game because pay-to-wins rule the server. It's like free-to-play. If you do everything you're supposed to, keep up with your group donations, group contributions, and all that, you will be fine. You will be fine. You will be able to beat pay-to-wins to a certain extent. Now, it's an extent because people that have a Ruka that pay that, I think, $100 to get a Ruka, which I'm not gonna lie to you, it is not worth it. Some games, I feel like Revelation Online, which I'll get into later because I'll be playing that, which they have nothing in common, but in general, I feel that's the game that's worth playing. Naruto Online, for me, is not a game that you want to play for 5-6 months. And why waste $100 plus on a game that you're really not going to play that long? Because once you get to the cap, when you play for about a month and a half, you're around 60 to 70, and around 80, which is the cap, there's nothing to do. Like, it's going to get boring. You know what I'm saying? Personally, in my opinion, it gets boring at that point. Now you're gonna be doing your Great Ninja Wars and all that, but overall, it kind of gets stale until they kind of raise the cap. So. But for the people who do pay to win, you know what I'm saying, if that you feel it's worth it, everybody got it's subjective, everybody got their opinion, so if you feel it's it's worth it, then you buy it, but that gives you a Ruka, and you have certain things where you can get extra XP, extra money, extra everything. But if you are a free-to-play player and you are upgrading your battle armor, you are doing your group skills, and you are playing everything smart, you can easily keep up, I promise you. And I'm going to show you in a second. I just want to give y'all some gameplay before I go into this next section to show y'all a new server and everything. So this is the Recruitment Tab that I just unlocked, which you get at level 11. This right here, I'm going to show you the key strategy. Never, and when I say ever, like never, ever come by here using seals if you don't got 10. And that's the truth. If you don't got 10, it's a waste because you're just trying to use it because you're thirsty. It's the thirst. I can feel the thirst coming out of your mouth when you do it. You just hoping. You see this? I'm going to get a character. I don't know who I'm going to get, but I'm going to get a character. I got 10 cents. If I do I'm from the client. Let me show you something else. Let me show you, because I should have unlocked the client, right? Which give me some more seals. So let's claim real quick just so I can show y'all something. Because first day, if you play from the client, you get a little extra stuff on day 1. So you use it on the first day because you're going to get a 3-star character. this little 3-star here, Kari, oh my god, that's so gross. I always like starting off with Zabuza and Kakashi. But anyway, when you use your seals, you're gonna be like, people are thirsty. They're like, oh, I want a character, so I'm gonna use my seal. Don't do that. Wait till you got 10 so you can get a character. But even then, sometimes you don't want to use it because this shit is so rigged. It's so rigged. What I mean by that is like, if you're gonna be getting 10 seals, and let's say you want a great ninja warrior, you got a legendary pack that has 10 seals, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna give me a new character. I'm happy. Let's go. Then you get 20 Kakashi frags, and you already have Kakashi, or you get 20 Zabuza frags and already have Kakashi because you already have a Zabuza. I mean, you're gonna be upset. You're gonna be pissed because I was so upset, and I just like, you know, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's whack. But that's how it works. Be smart. Save your seals, and even if you kind of played the server before, you know, save your seals for later on because there's more treasures that come out. Like, at a certain level, extra treasure, it's another treasure that gets unlocked, which is the one with Sage Mode Naruto, I think, later on, and when you get to, like, 70, I want to say. And it takes, like, 100 seals to get a Sage Mode Naruto. So, like, my one friend decided, I'm going to save all my seals until Sage Mode Naruto gets unlocked. I mean, that thing, and just use all my seals then. Because he's like, I feel I can do good without using any seals until level 70. It's certain strategies you need to use. But, oh, my computer about to die. No, my computer's about to die. No, hold up. Sorry about that. Put that in. Close that. Now, anyway, to continue, is that these things here, battle armor. Let's talk about the little thing, the extra stuff you can do. Battle armor, you have to do this from doing the stronger strengthening, which strong approaching, which you get later on. You can do it 6 times a week. Always do this. Understand the importance that group skills are way more important than group strengthening. And what you need to do with group strengthening is only do it geared towards your character focus. And what I mean by that is, you're not using your main character. If you're using Uchiha, you're not trying to use your main character as a tank. I'm sorry. If you're using the tank, you're dumb. You use him for offense. So what you're going to do is focus only on raising your attack strengthening and ninjutsu strengthening and maybe in life. Do not even worry about defense resistance. Use it a little bit, but not like a lot. Because when you get later on the later levels around 60, this stuff gets hectic. Like, money is scarce when it comes to trying to make sure you got group donations and making sure you're doing your equipment strengthening. So Hinata, for example, she is, I don't use these two characters. Like I said, I had to redo this video, so I was explaining something, which I'll have to get back to later. But anyway, only focus on the defense of a Hinata and the life of a Hinata, not really the attack or ninjutsu, because she doesn't do anything with that matter really other than do rotation and protect. She's a protector. No reason to really focus her attack, to me, in my opinion. Like I said, everything's in my opinion. So I focus with offensive characters like a Sasuke, a Kakashi, the attack, and ninjutsu over defensive resistance. The only reason you see the defensive resistance up for Sasuke is because I switched his spots, which, you know, it doesn't matter. Now, let's go on to the next point. Like I explained, doing your little things every day. Survival trials as well. Let me go there to show you what survival trials. Survival trials is when you have to go through your little thing to get money. That's what's going to give you the bulk of what you're going to be using on your group donations and your equipment strengthening. Battle armor will be getting your stuff off for like your battle power, group donations. It's going to be doing the same thing as equipment strengthening. So you're going to do all that for your little skills. That is how you keep up with everybody when you do that every day and you understand that. And Magatamas, of course. I ain't even speaking about Magatamas, but it's the same thing. Same thing with refining. You have to do these, and they have refining events that come around sometimes, that when you do that, it gives you a little extra stuff. And that is how you keep up with the pay-to-wins and become, you know, competitive. Because I was competitive as hell when I was playing. Super competitive. So now let me explain battle strategies, which deals with being a free-to-play player and kind of playing against pay-to-wins. And just being a great boss-ass player overall. Like, literally, this was my strategy. I was like, if I'm playing, I will win in Sage Mode Battlefield. I'm like, I will be a top player. I will go on like a 10-win streak, and I will get my seal. I used to like get online around 6 o'clock because I'm from Chicago, and the thing would happen a certain time. Basically at 6:30 it happened when I need to get on, and I'd be like, I'm here to get my seal, and that's what I did every time. I got my seals because I'm like, I'm one of the best players on this server because I understand strategy. Most people are just, some people just put together teams, and some understand the game, and you know, it kind of takes practice and learning. But let me explain something. So, this right here. When you are using like a Uchiha player like I do, always keep him on move 1. Understand, in most cases, I will always have my main player who is my combo chainer on move 1 because move 1 decides if you go first or not. A lot of people I'll be seeing having their main, like their Midnight Blade on move 2, and it's like, Midnight Blade best feature is that he goes first because he's so fast. Like, if he's on move 1, I don't care what character you using, he's going first. If you have them on move 2, I go first, and that is the beauty. A lot of people want to have they Hinata at move 1 for some reason, so she can make sure, I guess, she gets her rotation up, and then have their main character on move 2, who's their offensive player. And it's like, I'm going first, and I'm taking out your main character. The first two rounds is so important of the whole match that you're going to be playing, because the game is usually decided by round 3, to tell you the truth. It really is, until the later rounds where it's a lot more strategy go into it. But early on, the games is decided in the first few rounds when you have to take out each other's main character. And because I decided to do this also strategy where I have, instead of putting on my, even though Hinata's my tank, my defensive character, I put all my Magatamas on my main character. And you'd be like, why would you do that, since that you just said that's not your defensive player? I do that because they're going to focus my main character to kill him first, because he's the one who does all my combos. Sometimes people focus Kakashi first because he's squishy, but that's not always. So back to the strategy menu of Ninja, it's like, yeah, if they focus my main first, they're gonna lose. If they're not a high enough power, pay to win who got a Ruka, then you're done. And these are the things you need to understand. And something else is like, for example, don't ever use a healer and a protector to me. Some people like, oh, you always gotta have a healer on your team. I feel it's dumb to have a healer and a protector on the team unless you're using Earth main, because Earth is a protector in himself and he's super powerful. But when you have a Hinata and, for example, a Kabuto, because if, like I was showing, I'll put them back there. If you have a Hinata and a Kabuto, it's pointless to use both, because for one, the point of having a Hinata is so you can be protected, so you don't get hurt as much, so you don't have to heal, and you can focus only on offense. When you have a Sasuke, Uchiha guy, and a Kakashi, Sasuke, and Uchiha guy, I just confused the shit out of myself. That's all offense, and you have Hinata for protection, and it's like, that is what you need. But if you use Kabuto and Hinata, while that's null and void for one reason, is like I said, you don't need a healer and a protector. 2, if you have a healer and protector like a Kabuto and a Hinata, then you can't use them at the same time, because you only get 20 chakra the first round, and you don't want to use Hinata in the second round, because you want to use your combo chainer to basically kill their most powerful player on the other team, or whoever you think is using their who's starting of the combo. So like, for example, I know if you have your main character like a Midnight Blade, you're usually going to use your Midnight Blade first. I'm using my main on the second round on move 1, so I can basically do acupuncture and nullify your move, so you cannot do anything and I can shit on you. But if you have a Kabuto and a Hinata, it's like you can only use Hinata one round or Kabuto one round, in the first round, because they both deal 20. Now what I did do a strategy for a long time is I use like a Sai. If you use a Sai does, he reacts, and you can kind of check, where's that button, because it kind of shows display matches. It shows who does combos with people to kind of give you a hint of like who you can match up with, Sai. And he uses no chakra. Because he uses no chakra, I can use Hinata in the first round and Sai in the first round, which gives me, for one, Sai automatically lifts people in the combo, so you get a first round combo off, and you have Hinata for protection, and you have Sai little things for protection. Then I got ultimate protection. Let's say if you remove Sasuke and put Kakashi, you have Kakashi clone round 55 when you unlock the clone for your main. You have that clone, you have Hinata protection, and you have Sai protection. That's protection, that's attack, that is overall beastliness of a team. That is how you have to play this game. So in general, that is like key strategies of some examples I just wanted to give y'all for the game. And to end this and rough this around, I think we good probably around 10-15 minutes again. Richfield, I didn't even mention that. That's another way to kind of get money and stuff, but ninja exams, all that, but that's kind of like, you know that if you play the game. So anyway, to end it, like I said, Naruto Online is a great game. It's demanding though. It's not like some MMOs have you where you do the dungeons. You can do the dungeons and stuff where it's like, oh, you get home at 12, but the dungeons aren't time framed. They're just like, do the dungeons whenever you want to do the dungeons. Then it's good. Some games don't have time-based events where you have to do every day, so it's kind of better. But because of the demandiness of the game, because of how it's group-based and everybody has to be on the same page, then, that's how it's going to go. So, either way, I feel it's a good game. If you can put in time to it, it's something I suggest playing. I'll put it in the description. If y'all would be willing to play with me, we can make it a YouTube thing. Y'all like playing. We can start a clan, join a new server, start a Discord server where we can be talking all the time. And then I'll probably be down because it'd be a fun to it. The real reason I kind of quit this game, not only was it demanding, but my friend quit. I was playing with my friend when I first started this, and he didn't want to play because it became a chore, and it became a chore to me too. So, yeah, that's all. Naruto Online, Swaggadums. Hope y'all enjoy. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Do y'all play? Do y'all want to play now that y'all seen this? Let me know. Alright.